Man, what's up, y'all? Man, y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. Upscale, stay low, man. Today I just got another little video for y'all, man. I ain't been on here like I need to be, but I'm back. I told y'all I'm gonna start trying to be a little bit more consistent and give y'all at least a video a week. So, you know, last week we talked about the journey. On my entrepreneurship, trying to be successful. And today, man, we got a little segment. It's like, I've been thinking. And this whole week has just been full of lessons and learning different things when it comes to, having conversations with different people, sales, going door to door, talking to different type of people, learning their body language and stuff, and just being around the people that I've been around. And I'm on a different trajectory, like projection, trajectory, whatever the word might be, but I'm on a different path, man. Like y'all already know, and I'm gonna keep saying this over and over again. I'm gonna keep letting everybody know, like, I came from selling drugs. I came from toting guns. You know, selling drugs, toting guns. Getting money up 24/7, and back then I had a vision and I had like a goal to be successful with this shit. So, like now that I transitioned from, doing something illegal to trying to do something legal, like my goal never changes is to be successful. So, what it looked like, it means like I had to really sit there and see what my life wanted to be like, what type of car I wanted, where I wanted to live, what I wanted to do on a daily day, like a daily day, just that was my um you know that was my vision of what success was. Being able to do what I wanted to do anytime I wanted to do it. you know the materialistic things, everything, and it still somewhat is like that, because like I want to be not only rich, but I want to be wealthy to where my kids, if I ever have some, it's gonna be straight generational wealth. And like I said, throughout this whole week, I had to realize like a lot of people, and it's only a certain select few that really want to be successful the way that I want to be successful. And a lot of people, as I thought about it, a lot of people put their success on the things that they accomplish. And it's just a lot of people have small goals. They don't dream big anymore. Like when you was young, they used to ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, at that moment, what success was to me was that, I wanted to be in the NBA. I wanted to be a doctor. So I really wanted to make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. So as I was young growing up, I've always had big dreams and goals, and I strived for it. I didn't necessarily make it there, but I still had like, I always wanted more, and I always wanted greater. And like now people are like, as I get older, they only dream so little. And it's asinine to me, like, what happened to people, having big goals, big ambitions, big dreams? I feel like when people start steering away from what they draw goals and dreams and everything is, they forget. And I've been in that, and I've been in that I've been in that. You feel me? I keep stuttering, but I've been there, done that, and I forgot what the mission was, what the goal was. But like I said, throughout this whole week, like I've learned people don't really want success, you know, and some of the things that I actually realized was like a lot of people just do a whole bunch of talking. They just They just talk about what they want to do. They complain. They sit there and ask why they not successful, and I had to sit there and really analyze and contemplate about the reasons why people aren't successful and people aren't where they want to be in life. It's because they really don't want to be. They just want to talk and act like they want to be, but deep down they don't want to have to do the things that it take to get where they want to be and be successful. You know, and I've also realized what's so crazy to me that people will literally, and I did the same thing, but I'm starting to like wing myself from it. Like, people think it's being successful is, going to school, graduating high school, graduating college, getting a nice job, getting a picket fence, the whole traditional American dream, in other words. But my own definition of American dream and what success is to be like is to have freedom, being able to do exactly what I want to do whenever I want to do it, and know that everything that I set up is going to keep flowing, keep going as I'm going to have fun, take my vacations, go shopping, meet different people, all that. And it throws me off, and it really grinds my gears, because a lot of people don't dream as big as me, and they don't want success, and they will sit there and complain, oh, I don't have enough money, oh, I'm struggling, this, that, and the third. But they don't want to do what it takes to be successful. Like, literally, y'all know that in order for me to get where I wanted to get to, being successful with my own business and learning the skills and everything that it takes to run a successful business and scale and get, from 0 to 10,000, from 10,000 to 50,000, 50,000 to 100, and so forth. I had to sit there and learn the different skills and traits. So I went into the door-to-door sales in order for me to learn this specific skill, in order for me to gain the confidence to be able to go out there, execute, scale my business, and do what it takes. And it's just so crazy that people sit there and talk about it like they want money, but they don't want to do it. They don't want to learn. They don't want to sit there and execute. They don't really want to grind that, and do what it takes to get where they want to be. And that's just so crazy to me. Like, it just don't make no sense. Like, a lot of people, man, they just talk about it, and I just had to realize, like, you know I don't want to be them people no more, because I was like that. I used to sit there and look at people and be like, damn, why am I not like this? And I've only been out of prison for a couple of months, but I felt like I needed to be so far ahead than where I was at that moment. But then I got to realizing, like, I gotta execute more. I gotta do what it takes in order to be successful, which means doing the things that I don't know how to do, or I have not done before, or I just don't have the skills to do it at that moment. I gotta go out there and do it. And people don't want to do that. People don't want to do what it takes. Like, people want to half step doing a job. Like, they don't want to learn. They don't want to go through rejection. They don't want to go through them nights where it gets tough. You gotta figure it out. You really gotta sit there and, if you don't eat, you don't work, you don't eat. They don't want to go through that. They would rather sit there and say, okay, let me be comfortable with having a 9 to 5. Let me support somebody else's goals of being rich and having generational wealth, instead of going out there, putting the time, putting the effort to go ahead and do their own thing to be successful. Like, bro, I really sat there and thought about a lot of stuff. Like, people do not want to take that leap of faith to be successful. And I had to also realize that a lot of people don't have what it takes to be successful. They wouldn't they wouldn't be able to make it. And being successful does not, and well, in my definition, People that want to be successful, there's not going to be a lot of people who's going to be able to do what it takes. Not going to be able, a lot of people can't be successful because they too dependent on a traditional. Like I've never been a person to be inside of the box. I always thought outside of the box. I always been different. Always done my own thing. So me taking risks is easy for me. But the more risk I take, the more challenging it becomes because I've never done this type of risk. Even though I've took risks in the past, put myself in jeopardy of, going to prison, this, that, and the third. But transitioning is something that I have no clue in, something that I just want to venture out and do it the right way. It's kind of, it's not nerve wracking, but it's you gotta jump out on the limb and you gotta have faith. And that's more that makes me nervous than anything. But people don't want to be successful, man. And I had to realize that, like, I had to really sit there and see the things people were doing, the stuff that people were saying, and it just was like, you don't want to be successful, you just want to talk about it. That's what's so crazy. And I be like, I see the potential, just like I see the potential in myself, that we can be successful, we can have it. Anything that we set our mind to, we can have it. But you don't want to be successful because you don't want to put in the work. You would rather sit there and complain about having this boring, normal life. You're struggling. You're working 9 to 5. You're tired. Then you take the money that you earn and you pay your bills. And then even if you don't got it, you live above your means to go spend it because you feel like you work hard to get that money instead of investing that money, doing what it takes to make that money make more money for you. You don't want to be successful. You don't want to sit there and grind. You rather put 50 to 100 hours in to make somebody else rich instead of doing the same thing. Cut that in half. And I'm not saying, because I got a 9 to 5 too with my own business and being a 1099 worker, general contractor. I'm not saying that having a job is bad. Actually, having a job can push you further to be successful. What I'm saying is cut them hours in half. You doing 80 hours a week. Chop it down to 40, put the other 40 in your own business. Start investing into yourself. Do what it takes in order to get where you want to be. And and you gotta sit there and define what you want success to look like. Cause with me, okay, having a little CNA job, phlebotomy, the things that I'm seeing people doing around here is okay. That is, I'm not even gonna say it has a cushion where you can sit at, but it's not gonna get you comfortable. And a lot of people think that having these jobs is gonna be comfortable. They're comfortable with having a $20,000, $30,000 car. Okay, they comfortable with being able to make their payments on time. But my success and what it looks like to me, I want the mansion. I want to be able to buy my mama a crib. I don't want to wait till I'm 50, 60 years old. I don't want to have fun later on the line. I'm young. I want to do it now. I see people 19 years old doing it. Why can't I do it? Why can't you do it? What are they doing that we're not doing? They're building momentum and they're executing faster. We're jogging, they're sprinting. We got to do that. You don't want to be successful because you don't want to put in that work. And if you don't want to put in that work, that's going to be on you. But I'm going to put in that work. I'm going to do what it takes. Even if it means I got to take longer to get there. I'm jogging right now, but I'm doing what I need to do in order to jog the right way. I'm jogging towards success, and I'm leaving back the old life, working a 9 to 5. I'm slowly jogging away from it. I'm building momentum. I want to be successful. You don't want to be successful. You don't want to do what it has to take. I do. I definitely do. But look, man, that's all I just wanted to say, man. Y'all like this video? What I want y'all to do is like. If y'all seeing it on Facebook, YouTube, mainly Facebook, I want y'all to like, share it. I want y'all to follow me on Facebook. If you looking at this on YouTube, I want y'all to like, share it, and then subscribe to my YouTube. If you watching on any other platform, I just want y'all to show me some love. Show me that y'all feel what I'm saying. And like I said, you don't want to be successful because you don't want to do what it takes. But if you want to be successful, then do what it takes. Stop procrastinating. Start doing. Build that LLC. Hell, where I'm from, the LLC to file it is only $40 to get your articles of organization, which lawfully states that you have your own business. Start there. Start by creating the business. Even if you don't know what it is that you want to create or what you want to do for your business, it don't have to be specific at the time. If you don't know, just create the business like I did before. Create the business and then worry about what you want the business to be, founded upon. What you want the overall business to be like. If you want to go into being a handyman, you want to clean, you want to go to finances, you wanted to go to agriculture, you want to go to construction, start the business. Then learn what you want the business to do. And then once you get those two essential elements, knowing what you want to do with the business and starting the business, then you make the business like a business, like Walmart, like Target, like hell, all these other businesses that you see. Y'all sit there and go to Walgreens, y'all go to Walmart, y'all go spend all this money, and y'all see Walmart has its own building. If you don't have the money to get a building, get your virtual business address, get you a virtual phone number, get you a virtual email address, or business email address, so you can make your business like a business. And then once you got those together, then you start to scale it, monetize it, market it, whatever you have to do to get clients to you. But man, listen, man, that's all the game I'm gonna give y'all tonight to listen. Like I said, wherever y'all seeing this, say y'all, I appreciate y'all for y'all support, watching it. Even on Twitch, go follow my Twitch. Everything's all the same. Snapchat, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch. Go follow me on all platforms, man. And make sure y'all stay tuned for another video, man. I will be back. But like I said, you don't want to be successful. Do what it takes if you want to show me. You want to prove me wrong. Please. Because I'm about to prove everybody wrong. I'm going to keep making videos. I'm going to keep getting my name out there. I'm going to keep doing what it takes to be successful. My communication, everything that I need to get where I want to be is going to be getting better every time. Y'all have a good, I ain't going to say good night. Y'all just be smooth, man. Y'all be smooth until the next video, man. Bye.